I need it. I'm telling y'all, lock it in.
I need a sports podcast. I need it now.
Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to the I Need It Sports Podcast. Your host with the most, myself, Bryce. Got my dogs, Chris and Cam, with me. Our other dog, Swan, will be joining later on. Cheers. Yeah, the boy got the wine glass on.
Wine, boy, they're whiskey, boy. They're
Oh,
whiskey.
mom, shoot, we are going live to recap NFL Week 4, but this New York Liberty and Las Vegas Ace game coming down to the wire. 2 minutes left. New York is up 2. Just hit a free throw with the Aces, man. But Week 4, what a week of the NFL. The boy was in LA, got to watch my Chiefs barely scrape by with a win versus the Chargers, in the process losing my glorious wide receiver. What? We still don't know what the injury is exactly with Rasheed Rice. Really, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Bro, join the bandwagon, bro. We're not gonna have a good season, bro. It's okay.
Stop, bro.
We're gonna get a high draft pick next year.
But vlog will be dropping probably, I would assume, Friday morning, depending on all the editing I'm able to get done, man. But all our teams, we all won this week, though. On the bright side, last week was a little more of a sad episode. You know, we had Cam's rant.
Well, our 3 teams won. But
well, yeah, on the screen one. Swan, yeah, unfortunately. And I had to fade him.
Yeah. You faded.
Bucks +2 was the move the whole week, bro. As long as Lane Johnson not playing, the Eagles not good, bro. That's just how it goes for him. I don't know what the like official record is. I just know they have a bad losing record when Lane Johnson isn't in the lineup. So once I knew he was out, and then you throw in Brown and Devontae Smith on top of that, no way Jalen Hurts was finna lead them to victory against Tampa Bay. And you know Sirianni couldn't coach, so hey, it is what it is. But go ahead and talk about your Texans a little bit, Cam.
Same shit. It's the same shit, different day, man. Another sloppy win. I mean, I know it's hard winning games in this league, but I mean, it's 0-3. Well, was an 0-3 Jacksonville game. I mean, mental mistakes again. Got a 3 and out, first possession. They punt the ball. I don't know what it was with the NFL this week in muff punts, but it was like 4 or 5 muff punts throughout the whole league, and we had one of them with Steven Sims set up a touchdown drive for Jacksonville. You know, they get a touchdown, they go up early, whatever. You know, then we scored in the first quarter, whatever. But I mean, it's the same thing. I will say though, the offensive line did clean up the pre-snap penalties, but they still was getting penalties after the snap. I mean, Kenyon Green, the first week he was phenomenal, but after that he's been literally the worst offensive lineman in the league so far. He had like 2 or 3 illegal man down the field. Usually that's on the quarterback usually, but there was a couple times when it wasn't like an RPO, and it's just like, Kenyon Green, why are you down the field right now, bro? Like what are you doing? So he had a couple of penalties. I think Tunsil only had like 1 or 2, but he didn't have any false starts. Shaq Mason looked bad. He had a couple of holds, and also I think he had like a false start. But on the bright side, man, Nico Collins is looking like
wide receiver.
Yeah, he's looking like one of the best receivers in the league right now. If he's not one, he's like 2 or 3. Like he's definitely up there. His connection with CJ is phenomenal. But yeah, man, mental mistakes. A win is a win. No, CJ came down and drove a game-winning drive. Passed it to what's his name, Dyer. I think that's how you pronounce it Dair for the game winning touchdown. I mean, game winners running that family. So,
no, Hayes just missed the free throw to
She
tie it
missed
up.
the second one.
Yep.
Jeez.
Jeez,
GG.
that might be the
GG's out.
game. That might be the game. And then, Chris, go ahead and touch on your Cowboys, man. Your Cowboys were one of the worst beats of all season. Cowboys opened up -6. People, of course, hammered it. Chris was one of those ones in on the negative. Line moved to -5.5. Cowboys are up 5. Brandon Aubrey hasn't missed a kick in his whole NFL career.
Ring ring,
All you
Jerry.
gotta
Ring
do is hit
ring.
it. Go up 8, spread covered. Easy. Vegas puts in that call. Brandon Aubrey, wide right. First miss, just like that. Of course, when everybody has their money on him. And just like that, Cowboys -5.5, Cowboys -6. If you were betting that, you were just on the wrong side, and I'm very sorry for you, just like my guy Chris. Talk us through that one, man, because it was a sloppy game from your Cowboys. You got the win, but usually y'all whoop up on New York. That was not one of the cases.
That's literally what I was about to say. Just like the way I felt with that Browns game is exactly how I feel about that Giants game. I'm finna sneeze. Whew. Yeah, I'm not impressed at all with that W. Honestly, that's a given W. The fact that we didn't get it the way that we usually do, putting up 40 points, 30 something odd points, that just says a lot about this team and how the rest of the season's going to go. So if y'all been keeping up with the pod, y'all know how I feel. I'm looking forward to it moving forward. But that Giants game, that was horrible. And that's without Saquon. With Saquon, that team is probably beating us.
True. That's if they even learn how to use Saquon for real. Saquon damn near doing everything, and they still not giving him the ball. I don't know if you seen Sirianni's press conference this week. They asked him why he had like 2 touches within like the first 3 drives of the game. And what he said made sense schematically. He's like, I mean, if we can't sustain the drive, we're going 3 and out every time. Like, you 3rd and long 3 times. That's already 3 plays out. So 6. He touched the ball 2 out of 6 times. But it's like, man, you got to get the ball in your playmakers' hands, especially when you down your wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. But couldn't get it done. As for my Chiefs, man, like I said, I was in the game in LA. First things first, bro. SoFi Stadium is so goddamn huge, dog. That is a large ass stadium. And I've been to Allegiant, and so that was a nice stadium. I've been to. SoFi takes the cake. Easy. But y'all know Chiefs fans was in there strong, turned it into Arrowhead West. It was barely any Chargers fans, it felt like. But starting the game off, had a great play, throw it to Kelsey up the sideline on a 3rd and long. Like, oh, everything's good. Next play, Carson Steele immediately fumbles. And I was like, okay, it's going to be one of them games. Then next possession, Patrick Mahomes throws interception. Worthy is breaking open down the field, overthrows Kelsey instead. Interception. And then takes out Rashee Rice. And look, I'm getting to it, Eric. Look, Eric just said, willing to shake. It was not good. Because literally, where I'm sitting in the stadium, dog, that's all the way across on the other side of the field. And I'm high up, too. And so I'm like, I can't tell who's injured. So I'm like, and they not replaying it on the big screen since it's like they called it our ball first, so they wasn't trying to replay it at first. And so I'm like, who's injured? And that's when I'm texting the group chat, like, bro, who's down? And then Cam lets me know it's Rice. And then I'm never going to Cam for updates again because Cam talking about, oh, he on the bench sitting fine.
Bro, he looked good.
The car is coming out the locker room. Like,
Yeah, I saw the car.
What the hell is going on?
That boy knee was numb.
Then I went to Twitter and seen, I was like, bro, Mahomes basically destroyed his kneecap. And so I'm like, well, at that point, season's looking pretty bleak right now. And I mean, they're still, I'm guessing it's not a torn ACL, but they're still undergoing tests. I think some more swelling's got to come out of his knee to see like what exactly it is. But we're not getting him back no time soon. And so with that, we're now down our wide receiver 1, our wide receiver 2, our running back 1, and what was, supposed to be an explosive year again on the offensive side of the ball. And now we right back to square one last year, if not worse, with what we rolling out there right now. For the love of God, Brett Veach, if you watching this, you should cut Sky Moore right now. As I'm saying, I don't know why he still gets ample playing time on this team, but we were able to get a win. That defense is lights out. Like I said, Chris Jones, honestly, nobody's talking about it for real, but he should be the favorite for defensive player of the year right now. Things he's been doing in games and stuff like that. Seems like every time there's a big third down, you just know Chris Jones is going to either get a pressure to force an errant throw or he's getting the sack himself. But we ended up getting out of there with a 17-10 win. My streak continues. I think I'm 5 for 5 the last 5 Chiefs games I went to now. And so the last 2 years I went to games, we won a Super Bowl. So, everything lining up for the 3-peat except
no.
the injury bug, man.
Y'all finna go 9-8.
Stop. You mean the Cowboys finna go 9-8?
Bro, we finna go 9-8, bro. Both of us together, bro.
Yeah. But that's that. We didn't do good as an overall unit betting this week, but me and Cam, we went positive. Shout out to us.
Chris, I did all right.
You said shout out to us.
Yeah.
I did all right.
Chris had a reverse sweep this week. No biggie. And Swall went 1 for 2. So we let y'all down this week, but we're gonna get it back in blood for week 5. I promise. Boys are already locked and loaded. We already got some stuff planned towards the end of the episode. We're gonna get back right. Trust me. But as we move on, man, that Sunday night game, like I had said, dog, every year we do this. And I don't get what it is about the media and Josh Allen ever since that 2021 divisional game. But last week I was saying, yo, if y'all gonna say he's the best, the Bills the best team, they can't be stopped, he this, that, and the third, cool. I don't think it's true, but cool. Just stand on that. Because every time y'all say that, and then the next week, the Bills turn into who we think they are, the September champs. It's October now. What happens to them? They get mollywopped by the Ravens, and then all of a sudden, all media across every outlet, ESPN, First Things First, Fox, the facility, Acho was one of the ones going back on his words. Because going into the game all last week was, who do you trust more? Oh, I trust Allen way more than Lamar. Oh, who's the better quarterback? Allen is way better than Lamar. Allen, they got the better team. He's going to be MVP. This is a real Super Bowl contender. The Ravens are falling off. This week, as soon as Ravens win 35-10, all the talk is, well, I mean, Allen doesn't have any help.
Oh, wow.
I mean, his defense, like, they don't got any guys on the defense, and he don't got nobody to throw to. Like, you got to give him something. He out there by himself trying to be superhero, and that's why I'm like, bruh, y'all can't just hop on each side of the fence every single time. Like, pick a side and stick to it. If you're going to ride with Allen and say he's the best in everything, stick with that, and you got to hold that L. But when they lose, don't get up here talking about, oh, it's only because this happened and that happened and Josh Allen didn't get this and that. Like, no. That's why I said we do this every single year. Every single year they come out the gates hot, blowing teams out. Then they play someone, worth playing for real, lose, and it's like, okay, back to square one. Oh, it's McDermott. Oh, it's the Bills team. It's never Josh Allen. Josh Allen had 130 yards passing, a fumble, no touchdowns. He had a bad game. And Lamar and Derrick Henry literally out the gate with the 87-yard run. The boys came ready to play. And the Ravens are looking more like the Ravens we thought they would be coming into the year. But like I said, media all week was hyping up the Bills. Soon as the Ravens put belt to ass, the whole narrative switched. And I'm just tired of it. So how y'all feeling after coming out of that Sunday night matchup compared to what we were talking about last week? Because last week we literally had a discussion.
And look, I ain't going back on what I said because I said Vikings, Chiefs, Bills, very close second and third for that Chiefs and Bills. And I think part of the reason why I was okay with putting the Bills third and saying that they were so close to second with the Chiefs was, for one, I understand the media's pointed out now, but I think from the beginning, from the get-go, it's kind of obvious that, I mean, Josh Allen, he is that team. Like, it's him and James Cook. That's all they got. And in my eyes, with the Chiefs right now, before
We
Kelsey
got
stopped
defense.
blocking. That's what I'm saying. Before Kelsey
Maybe.
started, yeah, and then the Bills they also missing what's his name, that linebacker,
Oh,
but
Milano.
Milano. But with the Chiefs, to me, it's the same thing from the outside looking in. It's really just It was not Travis. It was Patrick and Pacheco before Pacheco got hurt, and now it has to be Travis and Patrick. Hopefully that works out. Uh, but I will say, I also said in a prior, I don't know if I said it in a prior pod, but I know in the group chats for sure, my reasoning for Baltimore beating Cowboys last week was that I felt like it doesn't make sense for Baltimore to start the season. What was it, 0-3 at that time? It makes more sense for the Cowboys to lose that game, Baltimore to go on and win their next two games, and the Cowboys go on and win the next two games. So them losing to the Ravens Sunday night, or was it Monday night or Sunday night? Was
Sunday
it
night.
Sunday night? That honestly doesn't shock me, nor does it surprise me, because it, like, the law of averages, it just doesn't make sense for the Ravens to start their season 1-3 or 1-4 or whatever week we in now. God damn, that mug is moving, ain't it? Um, it's moving.
Wow, bro.
It's moving. But so yeah, I still stand on what I believe. I think it's still the Vikings, Chiefs, Bills. I think I mean I that's the that's gonna be the Achilles tendons of the Bills all season. If Josh Allen can't have a decent game, they're gonna lose because he literally the team. Same thing with Pat, right? Like, well, it's different now because y'all actually got a top 5 defense, but it goes both ways. It's unfortunate that that team is relying on him all the way through and through, and it's unfortunate that before they lost, nobody pointed that out. It was just Josh Allen's amazing. He's out there playing freakish. Da, da, da. It was never, man, he's doing this all by himself. Now when they point it out now it's like you just giving them excuses.
And that's basically what I'm getting at. Cause like you
Yeah,
counterpoint that to Lamar. Lamar lost to us by Isaiah Likely's pinky toe.
literally. Yeah.
But the next day the media just killing him. Like, man,
Yeah,
Lamar
well,
MVP, he can't get over the hump, da 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 da. Da.
you know how that goes.
That's what I'm saying. But then literally Josh Allen, the 2 weeks ago in the Miami game, James Cook had 3 touchdowns. Josh Allen didn't have to do a thing. But
Yeah,
people
yeah,
still came on the airways that next Friday and was
yeah.
like,
They
Josh
definitely
Allen,
did.
Josh Allen killing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
Then,
definitely did.
then last week they balled out. Josh Allen did have a great game, but the defense also balled out, shut down Jacksonville, who doesn't seem to be good at all this year, apparently. But still, it's just Josh Allen. Josh Allen this, Josh Allen
You
that.
know what's crazy? That first week, Josh Allen, it was Josh Allen. Josh Allen, he's amazing. He looked like the best quarterback. That second week, when James Cook went off, it was the Bills. The Bills looked like the best team in the NFL. That's what the narrative was. It wasn't Josh Allen. It was just the Bills. It wasn't James Cook. It was the Bills as a team.
That's
They didn't
but
even
that
give James Cook his credit for
but
real.
that's what I'm saying. Like, just if you go and rock with Josh Allen, rock with him, but don't make excuses because if we go, he got to get held to the same standard as everybody else. Like right now, Mahomes playing trash, the Chiefs playing trash except for defense,
Boy,
and we
that
can't
get
get by.
killed more, and we're not even a serious
But
team.
yeah, they get killed more. Lamar was getting killed more when they had started 0-2, even though they were winning all not our game, but they were winning versus the Raiders, lost that one. Then almost lost the Cowboys in that comeback, but he put the team on his back then. Joe Burrow, Bengals off to a rough start. He getting blamed a bit. Josh Allen, everything high and mighty with 3-0. As soon as that turns to 3-1, now it's all like everybody pointing the finger at everyone but Josh Allen. That's like it, if he gonna get all the credit, he got to get some of the blame too. Like I
That's
don't know
fair.
why the media tries to like save him at every single turn, but it's like, bro, if he's the MVP, if he's what they were saying is the best quarterback in the league last week. Like I know we weren't saying it, but a lot of media people were saying it. It's like, okay, this week you drop a a flunker, like yeah, you got to own that. Like you can't just run from it. Like oh, it was the receivers, it was this that.
It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that the conversation is uh surrounded by Josh Allen and not that Ravens team just completely dismantled them after starting the season not on a good foot. No pun intended, literally, like not on a good toe. They didn't start the season well,
Well, keep
and
that.
that's not the. Oh, okay.
Well, I just keep that because I was gonna follow up a question, but I will pass it to Cam first to talk about the Bills because the media also did some shady stuff with them too. But how you feel about Josh Allen, Cam?
Kind of should have known better. I mean, their 3 wins, they really didn't play nobody. I mean, barely beat the Cardinals. Then they go to Miami. Miami not that great. Beat them, and then obviously the Jaguars not good at all and beat them. And I mean they look good all 3 of those games, but when it's time to play somebody good, and we're putting you up, we're putting you as this upper echelon team, you have to come out and show. And they did not show. They got ran all over. Josh Allen was wildly inaccurate. There was some drop passes. I know Keon Coleman dropped a pass or whatever, but that's no excuse, man. You playing against one of the better quarterbacks in the league, and Lamar Jackson. You got to come out and at least put up a fight, and it was literally no fight whatsoever. Play calling was pretty stupid too. Lamar Jackson, I believe he fumbled the ball or whatever, and the Bills making, they had some momentum going on or whatever, and then I believe that was the same possession they tried to do like some trick play or whatever.
Yeah, reverse where he got Josh Allen got killed on that play.
Yeah, and I was like, after that, I was like, this game is over. There's no coming back for that. So if we're gonna hold him to the standard, he has to play good. That team has to play good. They got whooped, man. Derrick Henry ran all over them.
Dude. He almost had 199, or was it 206?
It was 199, but they said Baltimore some hoes for not even just letting him run
just one time, bro. They started throwing the ball.
It's 200. They could have let him get that for real. But I was gonna touch on next because like what you said, Chris, the media also did. So like I said, week 1. After the Ravens lost to us, they just bashed the Ravens. Like it was like, oh, how dare y'all lose to the defending Super Bowl champs. Then week 2, rightfully, they choked that one versus the Raiders. Then got right versus the Cowboys. And then last week won. So now on the flip side, like I said, coming into the week, Bills this, Bills that. Oh, the Bills a way better team. We trust Josh Allen more. Now they done flipped all the way back to the other end of the spectrum. The Ravens might be the best team in the league. Like, how do we go from you don't even trust them versus the Bills to now they the best team in the league all in 3 days? Like it just don't make sense. And it's like they'll say that, and then in the same breath, let the Ravens lose. And it's like, okay, well, Lamar's terrible. But that's what I'm saying. It's a difference where it's like when Josh Allen the Bills loses everything but Josh Allen. Now like, well, Lamar's finally getting help. Like, well, it's about time he got some damn help on offense. Like, he's been the leading rusher on the team for how many years in a row now? Hasn't had anybody to throw to. Yeah, they got him Derrick Henry. That's what a good front office should do. Hint, wink, wink. Jerry Jones. I don't know what you're doing, but you could have had that.
Don't do it.
You could have had that as a Cowboys, but instead he's on the Ravens. And I told y'all, some people were trying to say, like, he's Derrick Henry might be ending, on his last leg. He kind of washed up now. He 30, 31. I'm like, dog, if you look at his high school stats and just keep making your way up to his NFL career now, he's got hella carries and he ain't stopped yet. Dude spends like $250K, I think, on body maintenance a year in the offseason. He prepared for this, and he truly one-on-one. He might be the last running back we see rush for 10,000 yards in maybe in our lifetime, the way the NFL is trending, because who else gonna rush for 10,000 yards? Nobody else is even close,
bro. It's going what you call it? It be fluctuating, bro. It be like times with a receiver, time with a quarterback, time with a running back, time with a receiver, time with a quarterback, time with a running back. It be fluctuating.
I think people are just predicting that at some point. I mean, because at some point he's going to like.
What that tweet said? What that tweet say about LeBron? LeBron, thank God he's 35. This shit can only go up for so long.
Bro, at some point, bro, his going. At some point, he gonna fall down.
Bro, I think he gonna be alright.
I don't know.
I think he may keep doing it,
bro. So
yes, it's hard to see that.
So
Cause
on that run,
he like 260 pounds.
yes, that's what I feel.
Like,
On that
dude,
run
and he like
Sunday
6'2"
night,
or some shit.
I think Xavier Worthy on his touchdown reached like 22 point something miles per hour. Whatever Derrick Henry reached was 0.6 miles per hour slower than Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, no,
Dog, he
he's
got like
moving.
100 pounds on him. No, probably like 40, 50 pounds on him. But
Six
still,
six
that's
two
crazy.
250, like, bro, he should not be moving like that. And like,
That's
I
crazy.
mean, granted, it was DeMar Hamlin, but he just left the whole Bill secondary in the dust, and they were running as hard as they could, and they gained zero ground on him whatsoever. I'm like,
Yeah, that boy
he
trained, bro.
he's different. He's different for sure.
I can't imagine what it feel like getting trucked by him, bro.
He don't truck nobody. He's so soft. He don't truck nobody. All he do
Bro,
just
but look, like,
The stiff
would
arm
you
damn
get in
near,
front of
bro.
somebody that big?
no.
I wouldn't. I'm
I
going for the
wouldn't.
leg. I'm doing a
I'm
side
just-
tackle. I'm
I'm
hip
just-
dropping. I
I'm
don't
just
care.
saying, NFL players not
As soon as you
scared to
go
go.
for hip drop,
NFL players not scared to go heads up. Well, that's not the case. They scared to get stiff arm because he's not.
Who
gonna
was
run
it?
you
Who
over.
was it that
He's
just
gonna
made
stiff
that
arm you.
play the other night? He caught the ball, kind of trucked, and then ran across the field. Who just played Monday? Who played Monday?
It was 2
The
games.
Yeah.
Lions and Seahawks and
Oh,
Dolphins.
Montgomery, David Montgomery. How big is David Montgomery?
He probably like 5'11",
Yeah.
but he got some weight to him
He's
though.
stocky.
He's
But just
stocky.
imagine Derrick Henry delivering that hit. Like, you not getting up. There's no adrenaline rush, bro. You're asleep. you're asleep.
He don't be
pretty cool,
trucking,
bro.
bro. He don't be trucking. He's
It's because
scared.
nobody be in front of him.
No, people be in front of him.
Hell no.
Bro, it's like for NFL players, it's fairly not say like fairly, but like niggas not like oops, I'm not missing niggas. People not afraid to go heads up with him, bro. It be the stiff arm. I'm telling you, it'd be the stiff arm, and then he don't be running through like in between tackles. Like he likes to bounce outside.
So Derrick Henry really that last like running back of that era, like that Marshawn Lynch, Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah,
He's the last of his kind. Because
That's
like
crazy. That's kind of sad, bro.
I mean, I think the only one who's kind of somewhat in his era too is C-Mac, and you see he got bilateral tendonitis. I didn't even know that that was a thing.
He made it up, bro.
How both of your Achilles hurt? That's got to be
It's
painful.
crazy. Yeah.
Hey,
Zeke first year in the league, he part of that era too. I was just saying, Zeke is a part of that. Zeke is a part of that, bro. Zeke is a part of that.
too. Shit.
Aaron Foster is a part of that.
And where's Aaron Foster at right now?
Yeah,
Somewhere eating leaves and
that's crazy.
Chill. Not too much.
Oh, but yeah, man, that's enough for our first segment. We're back after the break. We gonna kick it to a little bit talking about that Monday night game and the Lions in particular, because boy, they look pretty good bouncing back from the L to the Buccaneers last week. But we'll catch you on the flip side of the break to discuss more about Detroit.
You're watching the INISPod podcast show, your go-to spot for everything NFL. Going live on Sunday evenings and recording episodes every Tuesday night so you can catch the latest game breakdowns and hot takes leading into the upcoming NFL week. Missed the action? No worries. Check out segment clips on Wednesday through our YouTube and TikTok and catch the full episodes dropping every Thursday morning on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts at INISPod. Follow us and stay in the game all week long. I need it.
And we're back, man. So like I was saying before the break, Lions looking like they kind of can't be tamed. They got weapons galore. Montgomery getting a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs getting a touchdown. They just going back and forth. Jared Goff, 18 for 18, the first perfect game in NFL history. Dan Campbell didn't even realize he had a perfect game, gave the game ball away to somebody else in the locker room.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Amon-Ra St. Brown, like, that offense is loaded. Laporta. Now, the defense, they still have some questions.
I was just about to say.
That is the one Achilles heel.
But we said it at the beginning of the season that whole division, they defense is not it.
Unless the Vikings though, but
Well, they be in shootouts.
yeah, Jordan Love gave them what 4 interceptions, but they came back. I give
His
that.
knee still a little messed up.
True. But I mean, we're gonna have to wait for the matchup when they finally do see each other because they'll see each other twice in that NFC North. But as of right now, do y'all think the Lions? Do they have They have an argument for sure, but do y'all think they're the best offense in the league right now? Because I mean, I think I saw a stat too. Jameson Williams, all 5 of his NFL touchdowns in his career are 30+ yards. Like, dude started emoting at the 30-yard line yesterday.
Yeah, that was great.
And like defender chasing his hardest, and he over here just celebrating from the 30 on to the end zone.
When that play happened, I was like, damn. Because it was like the first or second play, wasn't it? Yeah, that was crazy. I like the Lions' talent, and I mean, I don't know if Eric's still listening, but ever since he put that bug in my ear about Dan Campbell not being the coach to take them all the way, it's kind of stuck with me. Like that play they did with Jared Goff catching touchdown, Amon-Ra throwing it. That's cool. That's great. But I just feel like Dan, it's just a crazy play. Like, I don't know if we need to do that. I don't know if we need to do that. And I feel like he did it now. I feel like he will do it later in a time where it's probably a bit more serious, where they probably don't need it. Maybe it's like a 4th and 1 is like, take the points. Just take the field goal. You're at the 25-yard line. Hit the field goal. But Dan Campbell was like, nah, let me run this weird wildcat play. And so I think they have probably the best offensive pieces in the league for sure. They're loaded, but that coaching definitely scared. It definitely scared. And I know it's not Dan calling the play. It's Ben Johnson, ain't it?
Ben Johnson.
You're right, but Dan got to sign off on him. Dan can veto.
Shit.
And he don't be vetoing. He be like, do it. And that be scaring me, bro.
It's like if Dan Campbell had the red button to send nukes off for the country. Like a day like today with everything popping off.
That's crazy.
Dan Campbell not even thinking twice about it. Red button hit. Like it's just he doing whatever.
And that's cool. That's cool coach to have, but that's dangerous.
It just can come back to bite you in some of the most crucial moments. And that's kind of where I'm at with. I'm like, as long as Dan Campbell stays out the way, Lions probably do have the best offense in the league because they just got talent galore, like I said. But at the same time, it's like what makes you laugh makes you cry, but you can't stop them because that's part of what makes the Lions. Like, part of it is them like, you know what? 4th and 2 are on our own 37. First quarter, F it, we going for this shit. Like, let's do it. And everybody, the whole team riding with it. So it's like, okay. But then, like you say, like, that was a shootout game. And in the middle of the shootout, they just decided, let's run a reverse with Amon-Ra and throw it to Jared Goff.
And they lucky Almond threw a dot because that was a dot, bro. That was a dot.
Jared Goff had a nice-ass catch. I was so confused reading the notification as it came across my phone. Like, what you mean Amon-Ra threw a touchdown to Jared Goff? What's going on? I was like, surely that's a typo. They got it backwards. And I went to the game. I was like, oh, no, they really ran that trick play. Keep in mind, this is 1 week after they ran that designed hook and ladder.
See, bro. And you see how, because now when they be in was that Ford Arena or Ford Stadium, whatever, when they be there, the announcer say it loud. So has checked in as an eligible receiver. Like ever since that Cowboy stuff happened, they do it and everybody cheer. But Dan be doing that a lot, bro. He be bringing that lineman in. I think his name like Decky or something like that. Or Decker, he be bringing him in all the time, making him an eligible receiver. They ain't threw the ball to him yet, but the fact that he keep doing it, trying to keep everybody on their toes, is gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen.
The coordinator's gonna have to plan for that one of these weeks. It will happen for sure. But I know we've been high on the Vikings been balling, and last week it was the Bills. Obviously, they fall off this week. So now seeing the Lions bounce back, Cam, they have a argument to be first in the league for offense, or you still got the Vikings as of right now? Because the Vikings, what they hang this week, wasn't that like 40 ball?
Yeah,
they went stupid.
Something like that.
They went stupid.
Darnold looking like MVP.
I'm starting him this week, bro. F. Joe Burrow, he tried.
It's definitely a 1A 1B type of deal because The Vikings look
They look damn good.
they look crazy good. I think it's definitely a 1A, 1B. I think the Lions have better talent all around than the Vikings do. But I think like the play calling for both teams, I think is about the same. Quarterback wise, for right now, I don't know which one. Sam Darnold's playing better than Goff right now. Obviously Vikings have the better receiver, but not the better receiving core. I'm glad that the Lions finally got Jameson Williams going because he's one of the fastest players in the league, if not the fastest. So he getting him going, that just opened up another
whole game for them.
Yeah, whole nother game for them. Then when you got two monsters in the backfield with Gibbs and Monty, that's it's nothing you can do, man. So
that gotta be
offense is tough.
That's gotta be the best 1-2 running back puncher. I'm tripping.
Oh, for sure.
I think so, yeah.
For sure.
I can't think of nobody else right now.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Yeah, because Jameer, like people think of Jameer like like a scat back. He can come out the backfield, catch, run, but he got some power too. Like he run in between the tackles.
He run up the middle, yeah.
And he can do it. He's a every down back as well. It just so happens they got two every down backs. And yesterday it was literally pick your poison. Montgomery anytime touchdown or Gibbs anytime touchdown. It didn't matter which you pick. Both was
and they do it. They do it so well. Detroit does it so well. Like the carries are split right down the middle. Them guys, they pretty much get the same share. I don't think there's many. Is there another team in the league that's doing that?
Maybe Tampa Bay right now.
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Bucky Irving's been pretty good. I know him and Rashad White literally had 10 carries a pop.
Because what made me think about it, when I was watching the Commanders, they got like 3 running backs, bro. They do like a 3 running back rotation. It'd be like Brian Robertson Jr. Then they got that other dude, McNichols or something.
I was gonna say, this is the first I'd heard of.
I never heard, but they ran all 3 of them. It was kind of pissing me off because I got Brian Robertson on my team.
I'm finna have my dad texting me like, "You should know who McNichols is."
Jeremy McNichols, I know him, Mr. Lovejoy. I know him.
He been hype all week about them, but yeah, man. I think because that's gonna help too. Like get further into the season, wear and tear. Because running backs be having wear and tear, as you see with some of the injuries now. But Montgomery Gibbs, the fact that they able to just go half and half like that, they gonna be fresh headed into the playoffs. And then when they can run the ball like that, Jared Goff is probably like you wouldn't say Jared Goff is like an elite quarterback talent, but he's probably the most elite game manager quarterback in the league. Like if we keeping it a buck, like as long as everything's going well, like he can lead the offense places. Like he's led the Rams to Super Bowl. He led Detroit to the NFC Championship game for the first time in like 20 plus years. This year, like I said last week, I really think like we're gonna have an NFC Championship game with two of the NFC North teams, whether that's Minnesota, Green Bay, or Detroit. A pair of them two probably gonna be in the NFC Championship game. The way I know we only a quarter of the way, through the season, so there's a lot of football.
A lot could change.
A lot could change, but as of right now, all of them teams look really good. And the Packers, of course, the record doesn't necessarily show because they got the 2 L's. I mean, that was 2 L's by 2 points apiece. Yeah. So, I mean, I think they still gonna be right there in the NFC. I mean, it's kind of weak. So they should still. It's enough. One division can get 3 teams in the playoffs in the NFC for real.
Yeah.
So, and if it's gonna be in the division, it's gonna be them for sure. But yeah, I think it really just boils down to like, hey, can Dan Campbell stay? Like, can he stay aggressive but stay out the way at the same time? Can he find that happy medium balance? Because right now, when it's working, it looks great. But when some of that stuff doesn't work, it's like, oh my God, Dan, what the hell are you doing?
Bro, if McConnell's coaching that team, they're a Super Bowl team. Like it's no doubt. If McConnell is the coach of the Lions, they're winning the Super Bowl. But it's Dan Campbell. That's crazy. That like your team is so great, but then like people are concerned about y'all winning because it's the coach. That's kind of weird.
I'm just interested to see because, like I said, that Vikings defense is crazy. Flores,
yeah,
scheme,
yeah. Yeah.
Like we said,
They
Detroit,
different,
as of
bro.
right now, their back end, their secondary is struggling, and they don't really get pressure from the defensive line besides Hutchinson.
Yeah.
So Minnesota, when do they play actually? Because
I
I
was
don't
just
know.
about to look that
Yeah,
up.
go ahead and look that up.
I just know they probably got it at some weak ass time, but they need to go ahead and flex
During
that game
Thanksgiving
to
or
a prime
something.
time
That'd be
slot or
tough.
something.
Thanksgiving would be tough. That's a Thanksgiving-esque game, is it not? Like that gives Thanksgiving or Christmas.
No, that gives Thanksgiving for sure.
Oh, they play. Oh, they got a bye week, and they play week 7.
Yeah,
Who?
it's
But
just
who?
a
They
12
both got a
o'clock
bye
game.
week.
Both got bye weeks.
Oh, 12 o'clock is disgusting.
Wait, I'm lying.
They played twice though, right?
Yeah, they play twice, but the
So,
first game is in Minnesota.
so when's
I'm
the
lying. I'm lying.
second?
I'm
What
lying.
day is the
The
second?
Lions got a
They
bye
play
week.
the last game of the season.
Oh, oh.
And that could be like
Maybe
everything on the line for
oh my
first
god.
place or fifth place, because
No, for
that's
real.
gonna be the tough thing. Like whoever wins the division probably get first place in the NFC, and
Yeah,
whoever gets second got to go all the way to fifth.
that's crazy.
The time on that is TBD, so they definitely gonna flex that game.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, that's a good one.
I need what's the
Prices for the ticket.
primetime games on that October 20th weekend? Because I'm pretty sure there's one game coming up that they could for sure flex. I know of. What is it?
That's week 7. Oh, Broncos Saints.
No.
That's
Oh,
crazy, yo.
I was thinking of week 6 though. Week 6 is the Bengals and Giants Sunday night. Get that shit
Oh
out of
hell
here.
no. Nobody wanna watch that.
Nobody want to watch that.
Nobody. That's Sunday night. It's just one game Sunday night, huh? They not double heading.
Yeah, week 7 it's the Jets and the Steelers, bro. Flex that, bro.
That's trash.
Detroit and Minnesota need to be flexed. That's gonna be prime time for real, and that's gonna be for number 1 in the NFC North at that point in time. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, they gotta flex that. Ain't nobody trying to watch Robert Saleh and Aaron Rodgers argue Sunday night versus Justin Fields. That's gonna be a low scoring ass game for it as hell.
Bro, why all the Thursday night games been shitty?
Ever since
Hey,
Amazon
bro,
bought it, bro,
prime,
every time.
They
Every
definitely
time.
on it.
It's been so shitty.
They post game be shitty too. I feel like the one post game I don't watch. I just turn it off.
You know what else has been shitty in the league? Some of these coaches have been shitty. It's time. The unemployment line finna start racking up in the NFL.
Jeez.
All 3 of these coaches, Sirianni, Saleh, Peterson. I don't know which one is gonna be the one to go first, but one of these teams managers needs to go ahead and just do it, and then call Bill Belichick and be like, "Yo, how can we get you in today, tomorrow? How soon can we get you in?" Because I think it's a wrap for them. It's not a matter of if; it's just a matter of when. Sirianni, him and Jalen Hurts clearly not been on the same page, and we know, the antics Sirianni has on the sidelines and just being like a complete child. Doug Peterson, I mean, I thought he was a good coach, but I mean, besides the 1 year in Philly where they won the Super Bowl, the rest of the stats don't back that up. So that must be the anomaly. And then Robert Saleh, while he can coach the hell out of some defense, he just can't manage a team. And it seems like whatever wrong thing you could say at the podium after a game, always finds a way to say it. Like, what are you going up there talking about? Yeah, maybe we should just fix that in practice and stop, changing the cadence up. Why, knowing you have Aaron Rodgers, that's literally one of his specialty things. That's something they practice. And Aaron Rodgers get up there like, well, maybe we should just hold players accountable. Now you got a riff. Like, and the media is going to run with it, of course. And you lose to a Bo Nix-led Broncos team where at one point Bo Nix was 7 for 7 on passes behind the line of scrimmage for negative 13 yards. And he was 0 of 8 from passes beyond the line of scrimmage. So at one point in the game, Bo Nix was literally 7 for 15, negative 13 yards. And the Jets found a way to lose that game. That is unacceptable. Everybody gets the blame, of course. Aaron Rodgers, the offense, Saleh, but like that just can't happen. And I don't know how much it can go on. Like, you had an excuse for the last couple of years because you had Zach Wilson for Saleh. But now it's like, dog, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got your defense. It just seems like some poor coach. Like, it just seems like the team is not prepared. You whooped up on the Patriots, who are looking like they might not even get a second win this season as of right now. and then you beat the Titans, who look like they might not get a win at all this season until yesterday when they got to play a Tyler Huntley led, Miami Dolphins team. So you got 2 garbage ass wins. Other than that, you've looked extremely mediocre. You got smoked by the 49ers week 1. When does it become time to let any of these coaches go? And who do y'all think goes first?
Robert Saleh goes first. I told y'all. I don't know which week it was, but I'm not a Jets believer. I'm a Jets hater. I think that team is trash. I don't think it's honestly. I know that's your favorite quarterback, Cam, but A-Rod is just not that dude to me no more. He's just not that dude. I think he's what we thought Derrick Henry was finna be like. He's just like he's getting old. He can't do what he used to do. Now, do I think that a team with Aaron Rodgers can be successful? Absolutely. It's just what they expect him to do compared to what he did back in the day. It's just not feasible. But I think Robert Saleh goes first. And I think he goes first because I think it's highly likely. It just makes sense. I don't think there's any other team that makes sense for Devontae Adams to go to if he were to get traded. If Devontae Adams goes to the Jets and Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, they walk in that office and they tell the owner, hey, this dude, he's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. He's out of there. He got to be out of there because you got Aaron Rodgers with his old buddy Devontae Adams. You have a team supposedly that has no holes because that's what they told me on Mad Dog Radio. They said they got no holes on their team, and it's the Jets. The Jets they still Super Bowl bound for whatever reason. I don't understand that conversation. I think Robert goes first, which is crazy because I feel like Sirianni would go first had Robert not made that comment last week. That's just unnecessary, bro. Like, let me blame the person that we were literally depending on all last year for us losing this game. Let me blame him in the public eye. That is the stupidest thing you could do. Sirianni's done some stupid stuff, but Jalen Hurts ain't got no backbone, so it don't really matter. Aaron Rodgers, he gonna stir it up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They always seem at odds because even leading up to the season, the whole preseason debacle, like, oh, should Aaron Rodgers play and Salah will get up there? Yeah, no, he's not playing. Well, we'll just have to see. Aaron Rodgers doesn't show up to voluntary OTAs. Yeah, I don't know why he's not here. Like, bro,
Like,
why
what are
say
you
that?
doing?
Not have coach media training? Like, you
At all.
know you can't answer that like that whatsoever. And then get into the season. What was it? When they were playing the Patriots, they had that weird instance where like he was going for a hug and I don't know what Rodgers
Yeah.
thought, but Rodgers shoved him off.
Yeah.
Now
Well, Rodgers said he be pushing his players, so he was just
yeah,
doing it back. That's what he say,
that's what he say.
but his face don't say that.
It don't say that. And then this happens this week where it's like, yeah, I mean, we gotta, get on them and we probably just gotta change the cadence up and just go a regular cadence. Like, bro, you can't say, and Aaron Rodgers, his arrogant ass. He is, but he definitely thinks too. Like, I'm smarter than Salah. I'm not listening to this dude.
Yeah.
And that's where you get this shit. And like you said, Aaron Rodgers, while he is one of the GOATs, he is 40 years old, coming off an Achilles injury. He is not the same Aaron Rodgers. He will never be the same Aaron Rodgers. The last time we seen him healthy, he wasn't that good. His last season with Green Bay. Now, 3 years later, in a recovering Achilles, he's not going to be doing what he used to be able to do. And then you see him and Garrett Wilson even getting into it. So everything just seems like it's not going well, but it's messing for Salah. We gonna get Peter called on this messing.
It's crazy, bro.
So you be throwing the cat.
If you throwing that cat, bro.
Yeah.
Pause. Hey, yo.
No, that's
I was gonna let it go.
Overruled,
I was gonna
bro.
let it go.
Overruled.
I was gonna let it go.
You're bad.
But who you think gets fired first, Kev?
I think I want it to be Nick Sirianni, but I think it's gonna be Doug Peterson. They're trying to find someone to blame, and it's gonna be Doug. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, of live, whatever. I watched the beginning of the game to the end. Doug Peterson called a really good game. He called really great plays. Their quarterback is terrible. Trevor Lawrence is horrible. And I'm not like, they paid him all that money.
that's what I say. It sucks for Doug because he's paid.
Yeah,
Doug
and
is the one that's
so
gotta
That's just
go.
how I
yeah,
go.
he's the
Yeah,
one
that's
that's got to
how I go.
go. They're
They
on
go.
4 now. It's a couple more weeks. They're gonna fire him. And it's really not even his fault. Like I said, he called a really great game, called some really great plays. But Trevor Lawrence, he's just so insane. I don't know what it is. He's so insanely inaccurate. He's missing so many deep passes of this past game. He missed an easy. I think it was like a third down. He missed the easy. It's like a 31. He missed the easy little pass, check down to Travis Etienne, just completely overthrew him. And then he's run off the side. He's run off to the sideline, and he's screaming at Doug Peterson like, "Let's go for it!" And if I'm Doug Peterson, I'm like, "Bro, why should we go for it? You've been inaccurate the whole game. You can't even make a 1 yard pass to a wide open Travis Etienne." So yeah, I think they're gonna try to find somebody to blame. It's gonna be Doug Peterson, which sucks. Yeah, nah. I think it's gonna be Doug first.
That's a good point. I never thought of it that way.
I think it's gonna be Doug too. I'll say I think Salah's gonna have an out because I'm pretty sure Devontae Adams about to get traded to the New York Jets. I'm almost positive that's how this is gonna end up going. It was rumored already at the beginning of the season. Of course, Devontae Adams sat up here and tried to BS us all like, no, I ain't say that. I'm happy where I'm at. You not happy in no damn Las Vegas with that garbage ass team. Talking about you want to win. You know you're not happy. Like I said, I told y'all literally give it 4 weeks into the season. He's gonna be requesting a trade out of there. And then the fact how everything went down with Antonio Pierce, like liking the picture on Instagram that
Yeah, that's
said
crazy.
that was his
That's
last
crazy.
play. That's
He may get fired.
that is the most like middle school way ever to find out, your coach not rocking with you. But I think Devontae Adams is gonna go to the Jets. So Salah's, they're gonna keep him because like, okay, this is our last hope. Like we getting Adams, this gonna help turn things around. I think they get Devontae Adams, they still gonna be ass. And then by the end of the year, yeah, Salah gonna be gone because it's gonna be like you have everything you needed, you still couldn't get it done. Sirianni is the wild card because them Philly fans do not play, and
They don't play.
If this thing keeps getting worse, coupled with the fact that now you got all this commotion off the field, Slade joining Micah podcast, talking about CJ Gardner-Johnson giving up touchdowns and laughing about it. Other players, Devin White retweeting Buccaneers highlights who just whooped up on him. Like, it's just he's clearly lost the locker room. Jalen Hurts at the post-game press conference said, I won't speak on, I don't have too much to say. It's like, if you had anything, positive to say, you would definitely say it. So that means you got nothing positive to say. And what you want to say, you can't really say. That's all that means. So lost the locker room, players not playing well. Keep in mind, like, last year was the offensive coordinators. That's the reason the offense went to shit. But Brian Johnson, in Washington now. Washington been looking really good. Sirianni's supposed to be taking over some of the play calling. That offense looks real garbage. So Sirianni, I really think like I'm about to pull up the remaining schedule right now, but just let somehow, some way, because I'm assuming Lane Johnson, Devontae Smith probably back because they were in concussion protocol. So I think they should be back this week. But just say, for instance, the Eagles lost their next 2 games. I don't know who they play. I'm about to look it up. But if the Eagles lost their next 2 games, I think Sirianni is gone. I think, if they lose to the Browns and the Giants, that's their next 2 games. That should be 2 wins.
Same.
If they lose to the Giants, Sirianni's out of there.
Oh yeah, he might be out of there.
They're either gonna have to fire him or Philly fans will take him out themselves. They're gonna be fed up all the way.
Bro, we called it, bro.
Called it last
what
year,
they be
bro.
saying? The NFC East, bro. How many letters in devoured? We ate. We ate it up, bro. We literally called it. Washington winning that division. It was the Eagles to lose. They finna lose it. Dallas don't stand a chance. I pray to God they don't. And the Giants are the Giants. That's crazy. We called that. You need to clip that, post that on TikTok.
I got you. Snip. But I mean, yeah.
Not this. Not this. I'm talking about the previous episode. I just realized with you. Okay, I was like, this so lame. This is not funny.
I'm dead. But yeah, man. So I think it'll be Peterson, then Sirianni, then Saleh in that order. But like I said, caveat: if the Eagles lose their next 2 games, I think Sirianni is done for. Either way it goes, honestly, Sirianni's done for because the Eagles not
Yeah.
going to win the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, Swan, if you watching this. He should be on his way back home now, I would think, to be hopping on with this. But Eagles not winning no Super Bowl unless a miracle happens. So Sirianni gonna be done because they gonna be fed up because the fact they literally the most impatient fan base ever. They won a Super Bowl and got rid of Peterson a year and a half later. Sirianni lost the Super Bowl and it's been worse ever since. You think you're not gonna get Cam? Like it's a wrap. And so I just hope, whatever they do end up choosing for the next head coach, they need to make it an offensive guy that's tailored to Jalen Hurts. Because you done paid Jalen Hurts. So you might as well go get a coach that fits him. Sirianni was not the right, fit there. So
What year was it the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs?
2022.
2022. How long has Sirianni been with the Eagles?
That was his first year
That
coaching.
was his first year.
Well, no, I'm lying. That was his second year coaching. So he's now in year 4.
He's in year 4.
Yeah.
And you only get 5.
Yeah. He not
You only
seeing
get 5.
5.
He's not seeing the 5th.
He's not seeing 5 for
Maybe
sure.
if he shut his mouth, he'd see the 5th, but
oh yeah, he not doing that, man.
Dude.
You know he not doing that.
Go get in your bed.
But with that being said, we're gonna flip it to one of our favorite new segments, and it is upset alert time. And round of applause, man. Clap it up.
Chris, I believe.
No, I not believe. I was just talking about.
Do you believe now?
I was talking about what could happen, and what I said was true. What I said was true. I'll comment after you do your thing.
Yeah, Cam came through. We debuted his upset alert Sanders Sun surprise a couple weeks ago. He had picked Chicago, and Chicago dropped the ball on us. They didn't win the game. He came back next week. We told y'all we gonna get right this week. He's got a knack for this. Just trust it. Told y'all, go ahead. Just pick the Washington Commanders. They riding high. The offense looks good. Cliff Kingsbury in the return game to Arizona versus old team. Jaden Daniels balled out once again. Only have 4 incompletions this time. And is now in, I forgot the stat. His completion percentage through 4 games. Not just for a rookie. This is in all of NFL history.
It's like 80-something.
The highest.
Yeah.
Over Manning and Brady, second and third. Rookie. Balling out. And this looking real good for our future bet of Jaden Daniels Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I mean, knock on wood, it might really already be sewed up the way the other rookies look.
I think so.
Because it's good. The quarterback is going to get, favorable treatment with that pick. And the other quarterback's ass.
Maybe Malik Neighbors get a chance.
I was thinking
that's what I was going to say. That's how I was like, I was about to say. That's
Italian.
the only caveat. Malik Neighbors look really damn good.
Insane. Oh my
It's with Daniel Jones too. Jones too. But yeah, man. We're gonna get into this Sanders Sun surprise for week 5. If y'all did, bet Commanders, they were plus, was it like 145, I think. So that was an easy, dub right there. Get you plus money win. Y'all didn't listen. Y'all should have. And look, I see in the backstage, Cam is literally walking in right now. So we're gonna add him back too when this plays. But first things first, Sanders Sun surprise, week 5 upset alert. We are now rolling.
On any given Sunday, there can be a sudden surprise from a team nobody saw coming. Every NFL fan loves a good upset. One that leaves everyone saying, "I didn't see that coming." A team that has all odds stacked against them. An upset that will have your bookie not answering your calls. Our guy Sanders can see the future. So listen, man, don't be surprised when.
All right, man. So let us know, dog. Let us know. What is this week's sudden surprise, man?
Yeah, man. For week 5, man. I'm going with, listen, man, don't be surprised when.
Who you go with, dog? Who you go with?
Come on, man. Come on,
Houston,
man. Come
Houston,
on,
we
man.
have a problem.
Come on,
We
man.
have a
Come on,
problem.
man. Come on, man. They got us underdog. They got us look at home. At home to the Buffalo Bills. Look, man, Buffalo, they gonna come out, they just lost, embarrassing loss against the Ravens, whatever. They're gonna try to come out, they're gonna try to come out strong. But look, man, this is our get right game. This is where we put everything together. Offensive line gonna play great, receivers gonna play great. I believe we're gonna get Joe Mixon back this game, so we're gonna be running the ball a lot. Tank Dell comes back from his little chest injury that he had. Look, man, tell me, trying to tell you. I told y'all last week with the Commander. This week, man. Look, we win this game. We win this game for Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs gonna get a game ball. Stephon Diggs gonna go off this week. I'm trying to tell y'all, Stephon Diggs gonna go off this week. They got literally nobody to hold Nico. Nico probably gonna go off too. But I think it's gonna be a Stephon Diggs
Oh,
game.
it gotta be. I was banking on that.
God, it literally has to be. He gonna at least a TD or two. I'm telling you, at least a TD or two. It's got to be a Diggs game. He gonna talk his shit too, because Josh Allen been low key been throwing little slugs at him. He low key been throwing little slugs at him. So, hey man, look, it's not even gonna be a close game.
Oh, it's not even gonna be a
wow.
close game.
It's gonna be a
wow.
blowout. It's gonna be a blow. We
wow.
gonna whoop that ass. I'm telling you, this is a get right game for us. We're gonna show everybody we're one of the top teams in the league, man.
How much y'all gonna win by?
It's gonna be. I'm gonna give the score. It's gonna be. I'm gonna say 35-14. We whooping that ass.
So
35.
So you gonna bet that? You should bet that Texans to win by.
We whooping that ass.
There's bets for that. I'm sure the odds are crazy considering y'all underdogs.
If that's how it goes and CJ Stroud balls out, that's gonna be a funny storyline headed into next week, because that'll mean Josh Allen has literally lost to all the other premier quarterbacks when he's supposed to be the guy. And of course it'll be excuses, and
Oh, it's gonna be excuses.
But I like it. Let the people know too. We at that game, right, kid?
Yeah. We there. We there.
We there.
And the crazy thing about it, the seats are like right behind Buffalo's bench, or like
Oh, that's even better.
So it's gonna be straight Buffalo. It's gonna be straight Buffalo fans. I'll be talking shit.
I might have to get Cam up out of there.
Cam, you said 35-14?
35-14.
So Texans by 19 through 24 is plus 1,750 odds.
Oh my gosh,
bro!
So hold on it.
Is it legal? Is it legal down there, Chris?
No, it ain't. I gotta jump up to Kansas to do it.
I was gonna say it's worth $10 though. 175. Shoot.
I give you a little gas money.
1,750. You gotta pay you gotta come clock in for me at work too. That's a drive.
How far is it from you?
I think it's like a couple of hours and some change, and then Kansas City I would like 5 hours or something like that. But man, I don't want to not believe in this one, because I don't not believe. I just didn't want to take it because I know it got to be a Diggs game, but I'm afraid if it's a forced Diggs game, y'all gonna mess up. I feel like it has to come naturally. I feel like D'Amico got to be like, "Hey, Stephon, this your game. We finna run it." It can't be Stephon in the huddle like, "Hey, hit me, I'm wide open." It can't be that all game, bro. It can't be that. I just don't think it's gonna work that way. CJ throws to the open receiver. That's what he does. If he ain't open, he ain't getting it. If Stephon in the huddle trying to force the ball to himself, I think it's gonna put a lot of pressure on CJ because he's still young. He don't play like he's young, but he's still young.
Hey, I like it, man. I'm Stephon Diggs over yards, over receptions, anytime touchdown. I'm all in on Stephon Diggs. They gotta be. This is his game. You know they're drawing it up for him.
This is probably the only game he want to win.
Yeah,
they got it
the rest of the way, but he loud this week a lot. Like, bro, y'all better give me the ball this game. I could be a good teammate the rest of the way, but I need the ball this game because I got something to prove.
And it's not like he finna get locked up. I mean, honestly, it may just be
ain't nobody finna lock.
Yeah,
not like DeMar Hamlin
he not
finna
finna get
do
locked. Jesus Christ, he know all DeMar moves.
Yeah, he know how he moves. Dead walking.
Oh
All
my
right. See, Kim, I didn't do that much, did I? Swan went over the top. That's crazy.
Oh my
We
gosh.
finna get reported. we
Uh,
finna get banned, bro.
y'all are terrible, bro.
That's crazy. We finna get banned.
Now
That's
that we
crazy.
do got Swan back on, I'm finna throw on our last segment just because I want to get his take real quick, y'all.
I'm sorry, SJ.
Swan,
What's up,
dog.
bro?
How,
Fire him. Fire him, bro. I've been said it, bro.
He
All
already
y'all
knew.
been. I've been, bro. I've been saying this since last year. Nobody believes me. I've been saying let him go, bro. I've been saying it for longest. Just let it go. It's like you holding on. It's like Lil Wayne holding on to like the remainder of his dreads, bro. Just let it go.
Jesus.
Just let him go, bro. I've been said it, bro. I've been saying he in the hot seat for longest. Him, Doug Peterson, bro. But him for sure. Like, please let him go. It's too much talent being wasted. It remind me back in like 2013, we had LaShawn McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, and Mike Vick, bro. Just let it go.
man,
He must got something on y'all owners, bro. He must have some type of
must
He
got
got
something on
something.
blackmail.
Howie.
He must
But
do, bro, but let him go, bro. Like, Kellen Moore not even calling the offense. That's how bad it's been, bro. Like, they
that's
admit,
what I
like,
was
he's not
saying
calling
too,
the
because
plays.
Sirianni's supposed to be calling the office, so this on him. Like
But, like,
he just
why,
got to
bro?
be better.
Like, let Kellen Moore run the plays, bro. Like, it would been so much fluid. Like, just let him go, bro. Please.
So how long do you think he has? Do you think he can make it to the end of the season, or you think y'all can him in the middle of the season? And if y'all do, would you be open to Bill Belichick?
Mm.
So, realistically, I feel like personally they probably gonna still hold him to him. Like you said, he probably got some dirt, and I feel like they're gonna give him like a little leeway because of AJ Brown and Devontae. You know them being out, so they're gonna like make it like some type of like give him like some type of leeway, some type of like closure, or whatever. But realistically, if it's up to me, I don't feel like he gonna make it past December. Like realistically, I think that's when they gonna like, let it go. If they for sure don't win the NFC East, which you know the Commanders looking really hot, he's for sure gone before the season even ends. Because you losing to like a rookie team, a head coach who getting a second chance at coaching, and then like offensive coordinator who's getting like his third, fourth chance at coaching. So with that being said, I think personally, Bill Belichick, I'm not against that. However, the only issue I have with that is I respect Bill Belichick so much. Like you know, he's a Hall of Fame coach and everything. But the way how the NFL is going nowadays is going towards like a younger head coach mindset. You know, like a lot of young coach coming in. I like the
Mhm.
only older coach who's still dominating would be like Andy Reid. Everybody else like literally younger. So I don't know how will Bill Belichick, especially him taking a year off, will adapt until excuse me, this young offense is going nowadays. Like the Kevin O'Connell's in McConnell in Minnesota. You got you still got
Oh
Sean
man.
McVay in LA. Like you know all these all these young coaches are still dominating. I don't know how Bill Belichick would like you know adapt to that, and I don't know how him and Jalen would mesh as well.
Yeah, that would be an interesting dynamic.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
The
Like
only team I
Bill
think
Belichick is
Bill fit on is the Jets, just because they
yeah
got
he's
old ass Aaron Rodgers up there too.
No, Bill Belichick and Aaron Rodgers were for show clash.
Yeah, but
and
no, but the foot it's because the football mindset. Like even Bill taking a year off, bro. He live and breathe football, bro. He ain't no different than Tom Brady. It don't just go away. It's like riding a bike.
I
It's
wouldn't
like
Bill
say he's
not
gonna go
Bill
away, but
Bill
I just
not
don't know how he would adapt to like you know this firepower offense that young nowadays. Like that's what I'm
yeah. I
saying.
don't think he would mess with Philadelphia Eagles at all. I
What did you
think what
say,
No,
they
Kim?
got going is
I think if I had, but personally, if I want to get a head coach, I'll get Mike Vrabel. Be
Okay,
honest with you, I'd rather get him.
I forgot about him. But what did you saying,
man.
Sanders?
No, I was gonna say Bill not finna deal with Aaron Rodgers and his whole like he needs to go take a, a couple of weeks off to go smoke whatever he's smoking and go meditating. He's not dealing
Yeah,
with
No, that's
that.
no. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying like if they
I
all that other stuff aside, like football only, like that'll be the only team that he could actually coach because that their scheme is what Bill coaches. It's a passing quarterback that stays in the pocket. That's what it is.
I can see Jalen Hurts though, just because Jalen Hurts, he go by the book, don't say nothing, for
Well,
real. He'll probably take Bill Belichick's coaching and go up to the press conference afterwards and he'll say all the right things like Brady did and kind of fall in line. Aaron Rodgers too arrogant. Him and Bill Belichick probably kill each other before they even make it to game 1. So
yeah, I'd
As
rather
long as you
get
win
Vrabel.
football games.
Like Vrabel's that one coach who's like he ain't too old. He's like right around that that coaching age nowadays, and then he already have a relationship with some of the Philadelphia Eagles players like AJ, for example. They already love him already. I actually wanted Vrabel to come to Philly when we need a defensive coordinator. Actually, before he just I think he took some position. I think with the Browns. I think. Oh, I forgot where he's at. But I want him to come to Philly. So if Sirianni get let go, I definitely want Vrabel as the top option. I mean, that's just me personally. I mean, if it was for him, if they want to go, because Philly is known for getting defensive minded coaches, and Sirianni's not really a defensive minded coach. I don't know how he's labeled as that, but if they was to get a coach, I guess they want to pivot towards the offense. I would be mind if they look at the Ben Johnson in Detroit. If he's open to it, I mean, they got Philly got the money for it, so I mean, like, why not?
yeah, you know how he just gonna pull racks out of his ass somehow, some
Exactly.
way.
Everybody, all the key players are extended for like the next 2 or 3 years. So I mean, he can have money to afford a coach. He's still paying. I think he just got done paying Chip Kelly stuff like a couple years ago. And so I mean, they don't owe nobody else. Why not?
True.
Besides like the assistant coaches, but I think they did like a compensatory draft or whatever for that.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, yeah, man. We just had. I'm glad you were able to hop on so we could get your thoughts on that. I know Sirianni been pissing you off all
Bro,
season long to start off with.
it's not even a reaction no more. It's like, bro, I've been saying this since last year, bro. Like, let him go. Like, yeah, I know about Super Bowl run, but I literally said it on the podcast, like, bro, him being too childish is not gonna last long. I literally said it, and I say, I'm not too. I was happy we got Saquon, but I'm not too confident with the way Sirianni's still trying to take control of everything, and now it's starting to show. So I'm like, bro, now everybody's starting to see what I was talking about. That's why when people come to group chat talking about we're going to Philly, I'm like, bro, I've been saying, like, how Chris be saying with the Cowboys, like, bro, I've been saying this for the longest. Like, what y'all want me to say? As
Bro,
long as
we
Sirianni's
told you I wasn't finna win the division. You got mad
no,
at us.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying like when everybody's
But
saying we're
that's
going to
true
Philly,
too.
I literally said as long as Sirianni's still pulling like the strings, they're not going to go anywhere. I've been saying I was like, bro, I'm still gonna ride hard for them. I ain't gonna get wrong, but I said as long as Sirianni's still making like the last decision, it's not gonna go far because he's still gonna have those challenge antics. Everybody's talking about, oh, he's not, on the sidelines, acting crazy and everything. First off, in the first place, he shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Why is Jalen Hurts, 26 years old, telling a 44-year-old man to calm down? Like, let's start there.
I do that at work every day.
I mean, I do too. I just did today, and I'm only 25. I just did today. That's why I'm just now getting home. I had to tell these people chill out.
25?
I'm 25.
Yeah, we
You
turned
younger than
26
Bryce?
this No,
Yeah.
Damn.
I turned 26 in December.
Kevin Hart, damn.
Damn. But all right, we about to get into a commercial break, y'all. And when we back, it is time for LJ's Ladder Week 5. This was gonna be a good one, but we'll see y'all on the flip side of this break.
You're watching the I Need It Sports Podcast Show, your go-to spot for everything NFL. Going live on Sunday evenings and recording episodes every Tuesday night so you can catch the latest game breakdowns and hot takes leading into the upcoming NFL week. Missed the action? No worries. Check out segment clips on Wednesday through our YouTube and TikTok and catch the full episodes dropping every Thursday morning on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts at INISPod. Follow us and stay in the game all week long. I Need It.
So what is up, y'all? Like I said, LJ's Ladder Week 5, getting into it. Oh man, I'm messed up, y'all. Like it's already just
run the intro back. Nah.
Run the intro back.
Run it back, Turbo.
Run it back. Well, yeah, man. Let's get this started, man. So first things first. Like I said, some of these teams were gonna be eliminated if they lost. Well, they lost. They are now added to the eliminated ladder rung. Panthers, Giants, the mainstays. Jaguars, Browns, Dolphins, welcome to eliminated territory. Jaguars, you're 0-4. You're literally, the stats say you're not making the playoffs. Your coach is probably fired within a week or two, and you're stuck with Trevor Lawrence for the foreseeable future since y'all won the play. Cleveland, Deshaun Watson continues to be complete ass. You literally mortgaged your whole franchise's future on a guy with 26 sexual assault cases. You deserve everything you have coming to you. And the Dolphins, it just sucks because you don't have Tua. And the offense just went to complete, garbage. And it looks like Mike McDaniels, while we thought he was a great coach, he got an extension. You can't scheme anything up for anybody anymore. All those weapons, you're eliminated. Because Tua's not coming back anytime soon, I don't think. First rung, Mel Kiper mode. These teams are already looking forward to the 2025 NFL draft. Whether that be Shador Sanders, Carson Beck, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, you name it, they looking for a quarterback. Patriots already have their quarterback. But they're so bad, they won't even put him on the field. And I'm like, at this point, why not get him some reps? But you're just going to keep trotting out Jacoby Brissett. Cardinals, like we said, they're probably a year out. They're competitive, but they're not there yet. They need to add a couple crucial pieces in this year's draft. So these teams are already scouting hard for 2025 because their season's over with. This one, I had to give them their own run. Flacco finesse. Now, I saw Anthony Richardson got hurt. I believe they said it was a hit pointer. So he may come back. But into the game comes Joe Flacco, and is there anybody better at this point than coming in and getting you a regular season win than Joe Flacco, as old as he is? He comes in and he just gets dubs and performs. So if Anthony Richardson is in fact out for a couple weeks or so, the Colts might mess around and win a couple games just off the strength of Joe Flacco being Joe Flacco and just, that veteran leadership, that veteran experience, pulling them through. But that's to be determined. Next rung. Let's get it. Rough rookie ride. Now, both these teams actually won this weekend, but that doesn't change the fact. That it looks real rough. Like I said earlier in the pod, Bo Nix at one point was 7 for 15, negative 13 yards. Finished with 60 yards total. I know the weather was bad, but 60 yards total is awful. But you squeak by with the win because Salah and Aaron Rodgers can't get it together. Caleb, on the other hand, the Bears continue to struggle. DeAndre Swift looked better this week. They actually ran the ball, but Caleb Williams still struggling to throw the ball to his weapons, only 157 yards passing. It's just going to be a rough rookie year for both these teams. They might get some wins here and there, but I don't expect too much for them. So it's just a rough rookie ride, but they're getting key experience that will hopefully, bring benefits next year. But this year, not so much. Next run. No luck in LA. Literally, both teams. These are just some of the most unluckiest franchise you can never meet. LA continue to be, caught up with injuries, can't string together wins. And then the Chargers going Charger. Up 10-0. And, in true Chiefs fashion, we come back, we win the game. But the Chargers had every option possible to win that game. They just couldn't get it together. Like I said, Harbaugh was going to run the ball all game, did it. Dobbins, 14 carries, 32 yards, wasn't going nowhere. Herbert driving the field at the end, fourth and out on the goal line, and then they get sacked on the next possession. Don't get the ball back. Chargers going Charger, man. Like, they got talent, they got good coaching, but they just still not there. So it's just really no luck in LA, and it sucks because that is a beautiful SoFi Stadium going to waste with no good team play in it right now. But next run, let's get it. Leather seats in Texas, and y'all know what I'm talking about. When it's hot, and you got some leather seats in Texas, that shit be on fire. And these coaches, that seat is on fire. Robert Saleh, Nick Sirianni, Zach Taylor, Dennis Allen. The seat is hot. Your job is on the line. Saints started off real hot, but like I said, it's the Saints and Derek Carr at the end of the day and Dennis Allen. I'm not believing in them. I'm saying that they play my Chiefs this week, so watch them come out playing, hitting on all cylinders versus us. But they're now 2-2 after, starting off so hot, 91 points in the first 2 weeks. Dennis Allen, if they don't win this year, he's got to go. Zach Taylor, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. They won this week versus Carolina, but anybody that watched that game, it was much closer than the score said. Seat is very hot. Nick Sirianni, like we just talked about. Robert Saleh, like we just talked about. Y'all might be gone in a couple weeks if y'all don't get it together the way y'all are going. Can't answer things right in the post-game pressers. Can't make the right in-game decisions. It's just all garbage. And so, yes, the seats are hot seat coaches. all of them are probably losing their jobs by the end of this year. To be or not to be. All these teams are 2-2. Everything is ahead of them, but everything can be behind them easily. Green Bay, I think they can be really good, but the 2 games Jordan Love has played are the 2 games they lost. So for us, being some Jordan Love truthers, doesn't look too good necessarily. The Falcons, 2-2, but it's one of the weirdest 2-2s ever. This week, they got saved. They got a muff punt recover for a touchdown, and then they got a return fumble for a touchdown. Offense was not clicking at all. Kyle Pitts, for whatever reason, cannot. I don't know if it's a Kyle Pitts thing or it's an Atlanta thing, but he's still not touching the rock. Kirk Cousins still not looking, like Kirk Cousins, but they got to win. So props to them. They 2-2. And then last but not least, the Cowboys. That game was just pitiful versus the Giants. Y'all supposed to blow them out. And the fact that y'all didn't causes, a little bit more concern, even more, because I don't think y'all are a good team, but that kind of just confirms it. Like, you're not even beating up on the Giants anymore. That's how you know shit has really hit the fan in Dallas. So to be or not to be, that's that wrong right there. Next up, 68%, 9%, 23%. So all these teams currently sit at first place in their division. And since 2016, when a team is leading their division through week 4, 68% of them make the playoffs. 9% of them make the wild card. 23% miss the playoffs. So the percentages say these teams are good. They're on the right path to make the playoffs. Now, who's going to be a part of that 68% making it in, winning the division? Who's going to be part of that 9% making the wild card? Who's going to be a part of that 23% that completely misses the playoffs altogether? Looking at it right now, maybe one of these teams doesn't make the playoffs in my eyes, and that's probably the Seahawks, maybe, but they still look really good. Washington, like we said, they probably win in the NFC East. Tampa Bay, NFC South is theirs for the taking. Steelers, that's kind of the toss-up. Tomlin and his history, they're going to be there in the playoff contention, but Ravens and Cincinnati are coming. I don't know how much longer they can hold up with Justin Fields or Russell Wilson. It doesn't really matter which one, but they're not that great of a team. Next run. Let's see. The field. So these 4 teams coming in this year, this was the field. Listen to Vegas odds. All these teams had, the top 6 odds to win the Super Bowl. Chiefs versus the field. They've all got 1 or 2 losses, but they all look really good still. And you think they'll still all be in contention when it's all said and done at the end of the year. Texans 3-1, leading their division, second in the AFC right now. Got the Buffalo Bills this upcoming week, who are also 3-1, coming off their flunker game versus Baltimore. Detroit ran it up on Seattle and San Francisco. The system is the system. Shanahan going to draw it up, and them boys going to execute. They still look really good. So if you still want to bet against the Chiefs and take the field, it's probably one of these 4 teams that you are betting on to win the Super Bowl this year and end that three-peat chase. Next up. Man. The real MVP. I don't know what y'all want to say, man. Regardless, playoffs out the window. Lamar Jackson just wins football games. He's 21-1 in his career versus the NFC, and he's got an 80% winning percentage versus the AFC. Regular season, he's your guy. He just wins. It is what it is. Playoffs, I know he's not the best, but honestly, in this day and age right now, in the current state of the NFL, who is? Because if you want to go Josh Allen, like we discussed earlier, Josh Allen is 1-4 in the wild card, or the divisional round, whereas Lamar is 1-3. So if you're gonna bash Lamar for losing the playoffs, Josh Allen got to get the same bashing because he's not making it anywhere either. The only person who got any other bragging rights is Joe Burrow, but Lamar Jackson owns him, and he'll get a chance to own him again this weekend. So like I said, he's the 2-time MVP for a reason. He's good. He wins games. At the end of the day, is that not what you want your quarterback to do? Is that not what we all here for? Is for our teams to win games? So quit all the side BS talk. He's the real MVP. It showcased a little this weekend. Next up, Super Skull. This is what they be doing in Minnesota at the stadium. They are killing it, bro. They are killing it. I don't see how they're gonna lose really anytime soon. Like Detroit, maybe, but Detroit, their defense is lackadaisical. Minnesota has offense and defense. Picked Jordan Love off 4 times. Granted, they almost did give up the lead, but that's really because they took the foot off the gas because they were whooping them so bad. I'm a believer, man. Minnesota, as of right now, you've earned the right to be number 2 in the NFL. But y'all know, at the top, until otherwise stated, 10 wins in a row, worthy of the three-peat hunt. So listen, man, Rasheed Rice. We don't know what the injury is for real, but he's out for a considerable amount of time. So we're now down wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. We're down running back 1 with Pacheco. Well, Xavier Worthy, it's gonna have to look a lot like Patrick Mahomes' 62 air yard throw, longest of career this weekend. It's gonna have to look a lot like Kareem Hunt back on our team running the ball because Carson still can't hold on to the field. So are we worthy of the 3-peat Hunt? I don't know right now because Rasheed Rice is a big loss. And if we don't get him back, that's very tough given our current wide receiver core. We should trade for somebody. I don't know if Veach will. I want Amari Cooper. I'll be cool with DeAndre Hopkins too. But other than that, nobody else really serves us any purpose on this quest for the 3-peat. So if we don't end up picking anybody up, it's on Worthy, it's on Kareem Hunt to step up. We're going to need them to step up to the plate big and help Kelsey out with Mahomes. So that is the ladder headed into week 5 of the NFL. Boys, let me know what y'all think. Any changes y'all would make this week? Any disagreements? What's the word?
I'm not gonna lie. That Worthy of the 3-peat Hunt is a bar. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. That's a bar. I ain't even think of that. Honestly, I actually like this list. I'm not gonna lie. Like that Jordan Love stat, I didn't even realize that I didn't really pay too much into it. I forgot it was 0-2. You know, when he plays this so far this season. I think the one thing, like I said earlier, that literacy in Texas, heavily agree on that one. If I had to think of another coach that could be on that one, I think for this season, I think that's really all the coaches.
It would be the Jags, but the Jags just eliminated. They own.
I say yeah. I mean, honestly, then also the Giants Brian that's eliminated too. So there's no point in putting on the list. So yeah, I actually like this one. I actually like it.
Okay, Chris, I see you with the stank face over there. Come on, bro. What's the problem?
You know good and well. I was hoping and praying that you would find a way to put Minnesota with Kansas in the same tier. You can still speak to Kansas being the Super Bowl champs and being the defending champs, and they not knocked off till they lose that the Super Bowl, whatever the case is. But they could have been in the same tier, bro. I mean, you want to talk about a team that literally got no holes? The Vikings are the only team in the league right now that got no holes. Now, Kansas got like 5 holes. Luckily, Pat Mahomes got like, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
I was like,
that shit was going
to be crazy. But
Patrick Mahomes is basically rubber cement, bro. Like, he can fill all those holes. But it's only so much. It's like to the point where it's like, if we got to talk, I don't know. I just know that if there was a game between the Vikings and the Chiefs this upcoming week, I literally would not put money on it because I cannot trust either team to win because I think either team is so good. Like, both teams are so good. I just can't say one is better than the other, and that's why I think they deserve to be the same team. That's just me, though. I'm high on the Vikings. I'm probably high on the Vikings, but
what's wrong with saying they do, bro?
Because I don't like the. I can see I see why you can say they 2 because obviously the Chiefs are defending champs. Like, that's written in stone. It's on 2 rings. It's on 2 rings. I get that. But going into week 5 of this season, they're on the same tier, bro. And honestly, for your mental health, which you say you good because you already got 2 in your lifetime, but I'm hoping that they're gonna be all right. Huh? Y'all got 3?
29, 3. You were in the room the first one we watched.
It was 2019, and then they beat the Philly. And then
that's right. I'm tripping. Yeah, so y'all got y'all 3. I'm just hoping for your health that y'all can do something with. I mean, look, it's literally a rookie and a guy that just came out of or that just made active this past week. That's tough. And you really asking a lot for Pat. You asking a lot from Chris Jones, and you asking a lot from Travis, who really ain't been given a lot to handle. I tell you what, man, if them Vikings win this week and Kansas City lose, and it's obvious they lost because of their the holes in the team, not because of play, the Vikings, they gotta be up there.
I hear your argument. I'll have to sit back and talk with the latter committee. Depending on how
Bryce,
the
Derek, and Lovejoy.
depending on how the Vikings win and if the Chiefs lose, we'll go back and look at how the games went for
Who
actual
they play
context.
again? They play in like, don't they play in like London or something?
Yeah, they play the Jets this week,
Oh, okay.
so
Oh, yeah.
so
That's
they better win that
they
one.
better blow them out. They have to blow them out. They
No, I'm
have
not gonna lie. The trends say that the Jets against the spread is the play. So that's what I'm saying. Vikings
to.
prove them wrong though. But
We'll see.
they'll have opportunities to possibly reach that top high of the ladder.
That's
But
crazy.
until further
bro.
notice, the Chiefs still sit atop the rung because
He's glazing. He's
despite
glazing.
everything that's happened, they still walk away with a
No,
dub.
and that's crazy impressive, which is why I still believe. Like, I mean, literally, bro, this is a team that has
So
they've lost like 4 of their star players, and they're still undefeated. And you got teams at the bottom of this tier, close to the middle, that have what they're rolling out with. This is who the ownership believes can win them a chip, and they got losses. That that just says a lot.
so hear me on this. So if the Chiefs' current situation holds, like we just don't get Rice back, we don't get Hollywood back, we don't get Pacheco back, and they somehow, some way, find a way to win another Super Bowl,
Oh, that's insane.
it's got to be the greatest dynasty ever, right?
Yeah, well, you already know how I feel about Pat in the Tom argument. I feel like Pat has already surpassed Tom, but
Well,
this
I'm
right
just
here
asking
alone,
because I'll say that. That's what I was asking to see if y'all would say that. But once we say that, all Patriots should be like, man, no way in hell, we're the greatest dynasty.
it's
Even though
nostalgia,
they
bro.
really had
We
two
done with the
separate
90s.
dynasties.
We done with the 2000s. We done with the 2000 whatever year that
Done with
was.
the
You know, with the Bucks.
2010s.
Don't care about that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think I would put Mike McCarthy in the leather seats in Texas.
He
I
could
know
be
they-
there.
Honestly,
I
be
know
there.
I know they
you
just
can't-
won, but
No, you
You
can't
get-
even put him in there because basically Jerry Jones. This is last year's deal. Jerry Jones didn't stand him, so he's gonna get let
That-
go after the season anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was
But
about to
in
say.
the hot seat is
I was about to
hot
say,
seat
yeah.
for sure.
So it's
Yeah,
not even hot seat. That's
he
already
was in hot seat
guaranteed getting
from the
fired.
But it's just crazy though, because his hot seat sucks. It's not like he got much to work with, bro.
Yeah, Jerry already said that's why Jerry didn't stand
What
him. That's
happened,
why
bro? Y'all all in. This is everything he needed.
Yeah, all in. What
Yeah,
Jerry
Jerry let him
all
go
in,
already.
comma my ass. I gotta say comma, bro, because that sentence alone is crazy.
Hey, I know this is an off subject, bro, but I'm looking at this Minnesota game. Hey, they hooping.
Oh yeah. Courtney Williams like that, bro. I
Bro,
wasn't hip.
she's a
But all right.
bucket.
Yeah, no, she's like that. I wouldn't hip.
Yeah. So that's the one change though, Kim. Or you got anything else? McCarthy to hot seat.
yeah, that's the only one.
Okay, how you feel about where I placed your Texans in the ring with the field?
If we beat the Bills, because they're considered an upper echelon team, if we beat the Bills, we need to be up higher, man.
Okay.
We need to be in the top
The
three.
committee is taking
Oh.
suggestions to go to research and
That's fair.
Honestly,
I
I'm surprised you put the Bills in the field. I think given everything that we talked about, they kind of
Oh, they
I mean,
still
they
gonna be in
kinda-
the thick of things because I don't believe in the AFC East whatsoever.
they just kind of with the Seahawks and the Steelers, and I mean, honestly, I feel like the Commanders should take their spot.
You think the Commanders are in the field for Super Bowl contention?
Hey man, they gonna make the playoffs.
I mean, I see them making the playoffs. Dad, if you watching this, I see y'all making the playoffs.
Yeah,
but
they
Super
gonna
Bowl
make the
contention. I'm not going that far.
They
yet.
may make the playoffs as a 1 through 4 seed.
That would be crazy if Cliff Kingsbury.
Hey,
leads a
we
rookie
said
quarterback
worst to
to
first.
Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah,
We
worst
called
to
it. We
first.
said worst to first.
not
It just
not
depends.
worse than Super Bowl champ.
No, okay. But
It just
look,
depends on their route to like. I don't know.
they
if Super
schedule
Bowl,
not
man.
crazy, bro. That's the thing
Nah,
about it.
I'm saying when they like if they do get to the playoffs, I'm gonna see like their route like
yeah,
to,
that who
like,
that matchups
the-
and stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Then
Yeah,
that's
because
fine.
you got to
Like,
play
they
the
had,
Vikings
like-
first round,
yeah. But say they play Minnesota,
Or-
they not beating Minnesota.
Oh yeah, Flores
or
gonna be
if you
having
get like the
James
4th
Daniels
seed, you got to play the Vikings or the Lions first round. You're out of there.
You're not beating either one of them, especially in Minnesota. The way they playing,
But look,
yeah.
they 3-1 right now, so
Hey,
No,
they
no,
might
no.
they
There's
might
some-
get
hey,
this.
Commanders
not-
not.
Not
I'm
only
not
are they
gonna
3-1, not only are they 3-1,
But
but
think about it, all season we have not seen a team besides Minnesota that's like very like well balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a top 5 offense and their defense is really like wrecking stuff right now. Like, and the crazy part is like I don't think you recall, but when we was talking about it on the podcast, we were saying like with Justin Jefferson taking quarterback money, we don't know like how the team would like revolve around him. You know what I'm saying? Like them bringing in talent, and they got way better with him getting that contract. So it's kind of
They got a lot better.
like they got way better with a contract. That's and we normally you don't see a lot of teams improve when they get like quarterback money. Like we don't see my Eagles, Jalen Hurts get the money, and they went to like Flames. You know, seen Tua get the quarterback money, he went to Flames. Trevor Lawrence get the quarterback money, he went to Flames. But you seeing like even top receivers getting quarterback money, but seeing Justin Jefferson get 40 mil a year and they got
Hey,
better,
stop.
that's like very abnormal.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, well, the committee taking some notes. We heard everything y'all said. We heard your suggestions. We'll keep those in mind headed into week 6 next week, and we'll see what changes make. Coming out of week 5 headed into week 6. But with that being said, we about to roll into our last segment of the podcast before we get out of here, and we got a special one, man. It's Chris's comeback corner with a twist, though. It's a twist, though. We excited to show this one. So, without further ado, let's get this rolling.
Just like you are, Yost, but the season is not over yet. We did not come this far to just break down and lose.
Everything's not always about winning.
I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
Chris
That's
in a
hard.
crutch, man. Chris is
Hey.
comeback corner on himself, bro. What
Hey.
happened this week, dog?
Hey, I ain't even talking about that. I'm a winner. I win. Okay. I went 0-3 last week, bro. And that's on me. That's on me, dog. Like I wasn't even putting any logic to my picks, honestly. I was just trying to get it out the way. The boss called. This could have been INISPod Records. He called. He asked me for my picks. I laid down. I went on a little website. I was like, oh, okay, that looked good. That looked good. Look good. And that's what happened. But look, I'm coming back this week with a 7-game banger parlay. Yeah. And if you ain't watching the pod, you ain't gonna know about it. Because it's gonna hit every single one. And I placed them as singles as well. Look, man. First game, I got my boys. They in Pittsburgh. I genuinely have no faith in Pittsburgh. Honestly, like I think like the high with Justin Fields has been great, but they don't put up no points. I know my Dallas Cowboys put up points. I am a little bit afraid of TJ Watt, but if that's all you got, Dak, sling them up. Sling it. CD, 100 yards. If you want to put that down on the side too. Am I talking about ass? For sure. Call it what you want, but when you broke and you ain't up that much, that's gonna be on you. Green Bay versus the Rams, bro. I just got a lot of faith in Jordan Love. I don't think the Rams is gonna do it. They without Puka. They without Cup too, ain't they?
Yeah.
I'm
Without
not
a lot
sure.
of people.
Hey, LA, what your thing said? No luck in LA. Ain't no luck, bro. Packers is taking it. Raiders versus the Broncos. This is the one I was a little scared about. But I did my little research, and historically, the Raiders typically play very well against the Broncos. Not to mention, they got Bo Nix throwing 7 for 13 for negative 13 yards. I don't think this team wins it. I know Devontae Adams is not playing, but Las Vegas, they not the dumpster fire that they used to be. They just a dumpster that's not on fire. So I think they can take this. Washington versus the Browns, they got to win this one. This is kind of me just being a fan of goddamn Jaden Daniels. Everybody's looked up on the Browns so far except the Eagles. But but the Commanders are better than Eagles, and the Cowboys beat the Browns. I think the Eagles better than the Cowboys. I think the Commanders should take this. They rolling they rolling, bro. So they should be all right. Baltimore versus Cincinnati. I have no faith in Joe Burrow. I think he's trash. He's garbage. I'm starting Sam Darnold over him next week or this week. The Bengals, they're done. We're talking about firing coaches. Bryce brought it up. Probably firing Zach Taylor too. Chicago versus Carolina. It's Carolina. I think that's about it. Vikings versus the Jets, though. This is one that also scares me. I know we was talking about it, but as I've said so far on the podcast, I'm high on the Vikings, and I think the Jets are ass. I've said it since the get go. I never understood the hype. I hated the Super Bowl conversation just because Aaron Rodgers was back. It was pissing me off, and it's showing. It's showing. They just lost to the Broncos 10-9. That is the ugliest score you've ever seen. You would think they were playing golf. It was shit. So give me the Vikings over the Jets. -140 in London. 7-game banger. If you don't know, now you know. And when I'm up 541, I'll see y'all next week and I'll talk about it.
Okay, that's how you get your get back, man. Okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. What y'all think of the plus 5,041 parlay?
Bro, the only games that really scare me, bro, is that not I ain't gonna say Minnesota and the Jets, bro. I'm not gonna say that scared me because Minnesota's gonna literally whoop them. I don't believe Robert Saleh is a great coach. I would say that Chicago and Carolina game kind of scares me because even though it's Carolina, Andy Dalton, he's still like a great vet. And Caleb Williams is just scaring me with his playing. Like, their defense literally been carrying them throughout the season. I mean,
Right.
I guess you could say last game, DeAndre Swift finally woke up. But, I mean, at the end of the day, Caleb Williams not playing good. And Carolina, I mean, they play better with Andy Dalton, but it's still Carolina at the end of the day. So that one scares me. And then I have to say, like, the Raiders and the Broncos, like, Bo Nix, 7 for 14, -13 yards. The Raiders, I mean, with Devontae not playing, they're gonna put Pastor Town. I guess we gonna put him what on who's the other receiver guy? Jacoby
Jacoby
Myers.
Myers, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know it's necessarily how that one goes. So them are like only two matches that really scared me, but I can see Vegas winning still because at the end of the day, it's still the Broncos, and then I can see Chicago beating Carolina because I mean their defense is still like really good, it's still like top five. Just Caleb Williams, I think me personally, I think this game he can actually play better, but it's still Caleb Williams playing bad like so far.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I think Chicago's defense definitely going to carry on that game. With the Broncos and Raiders, I just want y'all to think about how this sounds. Bo Nix just won 3 NFL games in a row.
Yeah,
How
that don't
crazy
sound
does that sound? How crazy yeah, that's not fucking
Yeah,
that's,
it
yeah,
don't, but the
yeah.
Broncos defense actually really good, and
that's
the
great.
Raiders offense just scares me. They just garbage.
But the Raiders' front line is really good too.
Yeah,
That's
no.
the thing as well because
I hope they kill each other as a
the
Chiefs fan. I
but
really
say,
don't care.
Hey,
so the
I may I
Broncos
may
Broncos
resubmit
O line
this.
is
I
trash.
may resubmit this and take the Denver Broncos out, so I'll be up 450.
I'm dead.
I'm
My
just saying.
only
I mean,
problem,
it's not bad because the Broncos O line is really not good either. So you can see you can't block
Nah,
Crosby and
I, I
Christian Wilkins
I
all
just
time.
I just genuinely cannot see Bo Nix winning 3 games in a row. Bro.
No, I don't
That
see
just
it either.
sounds so crazy to me. It just sounds so crazy.
Especially throwing for negative yards. Like, nah, bro.
What were you
my
about to say, Sanders?
my only problem is the first one.
Ooh.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
sorry, bro.
That's why I'm gonna get whooped by the Bills, bro.
No, bro.
Nah,
Listen, listen,
I
listen.
just
Hear me
joking.
out.
Yeah, because
I'm just being
is
a
it
hater.
is Micah Parsons out? Because I know
Yeah,
Lawrence got put on IR today.
yeah. Michael got a high ankle sprain, so he's gonna be out. He's gonna be without. He's probably not gonna play. Then you got D-Law. He gonna be out, and then you got Joey Porter on CD on the island. Joey Porter is so good, and then y'all just don't play. Y'all just don't play good versus like playoff teams, like good playoff teams.
So Pittsburgh is a good playoff team now. That's
Yes.
great.
I
You
don't know
can
about
say that with
that.
confidence. You didn't even he said
No.
yes.
Okay, I'll say y'all not good versus above 500 teams. I'll say that.
That's fair. But this is not a real 500 team, bro. It's not a real above
Yeah,
500 team.
that's the only one that scares me.
I feel bad for TJ Watt because he's literally well, I mean, I understand Justin Fields has done his part and that's great. But at the end of the day, you gotta put up more than some field goals or one touchdown. And that's where I think our firepower can outman theirs. Um, even with our defense not being there, it's just the fact that this team literally just cannot score.
Dak gonna have to throw 45 times because y'all cannot run the ball.
Yeah. At all. But I'm hoping with just TJ Watt right there, bro, we can get maybe 3 yards, 4 yards of carry, open up kind of the short passing, maybe some of the medium passing. CD just can't drop a catch. That's really what it's got to be like. If there's a dot, now Dak gonna overthrow him a couple times. He gonna underthrow him. He gonna overthrow him for sure. But if it's a dot, he's got to catch it, bro. There's no. Yeah. Him and IU just been.
Yeah,
Booty.
I was just about to say.
They just been booty, winning all that money, and they just been butt trash.
Yeah.
So yeah. This would be a great comeback game for him. This would be a great comeback game.
The one I worry about, but we can both win technically. I was kind of leaning. I was thinking Panthers +4 this week. It's a road dog on a low total under 46, and when that's the case, the dogs usually tend to cover at like 60% clip. And I know like I said, the Panthers actually played really good this weekend versus the Bengals and had an opportunity to win that game, but they had that one random play where like Jamar Chase broke like 5 tackles and got a touchdown. But up until that point, it was a game. And Andy Dalton, I don't know what Bryce Young couldn't do, but Andy Dalton is doing it. The offense looks decent. And like Swan said, Caleb Williams just been struggling. That offense doesn't look right in Chicago. I think this one could be a field goal game either way. So I'm hoping for your sake, Bears win by a field goal. I cover +4.
No, I think it's definitely going to be a close. I see this game. Andy Dalton and Caleb Williams are probably going to both throw 2 picks. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game.
That's fair.
But the Bengals are so trash to me, bro. Like a win against the Bengals right now is not impressive. It's just there's only like a few teams in the league right now. If you win against them, it's like it says something.
Shoot, we say that and then watch the Bengals whoop up on the Ravens or something.
I don't see it happening, bro. Like, because the Bills are a better team than the Bengals, and really through the Ravens. I just don't have faith in. Like, they got
it's a
like
divisional
Cincinnati.
game. It'd be tough, but I think
It definitely be tough. I agree with you, but Cincinnati has a lot going on just overall. Like, you have the Jamar Chase situation. You got T. Higgins possibly going to be going. Probably see him like New England, for example, who need a receiver. And then you got the whole Zach Taylor on the hot seat, which I said it. I said I thought he going to get let go last year, like Brandon Staley. I thought he going to get let go like Brandon Staley, but they gave him another chance. I already thought he was going to be gone. And then you got to realize a lot, like this is not talked about enough, but on the defensive side, Trey Henderson not happy. Sam Herbert not happy. You already lost a Woozy to another team, like one of your top corners. Eventually, you're gonna have to pay Cam Taylor Britt. Like they got a lot going on over there.
They do. Well, headed into week 5, y'all got any picks y'all already like leaning towards anything picked for certain? I know obviously we had Cam with his upset Texans over Bills. I just said one of mine. I'm probably roll with Panthers +4. I am gonna be on all the Stephon Diggs props just because it's Buffalo town and it's gonna make the game that much more fun watching it in person when we there. But any other early lean so far on this Tuesday night?
I have to say, of course, like the anytime touchdown for Derrick Henry is gonna be cash money easily. I have to go with the Commanders dub. I believe in them. I think they can get the dub for sure. I think that and the Derrick Henry anytime touchdown be like 2 props that I feel like will really be like cash money easily.
Okay. I think. Go ahead, Sinners.
Hold on. You can go.
I was gonna say, so the Commanders been balling. They 2 games in a row, 3 games really. They haven't really like punted for real. 2 games in a row they didn't punt. Last game they did, but they still put up 42 on Arizona. I feel like all of the public is in on Washington -3.5, especially because it's the Browns and the Browns look so bad. But that defense is still formidable. I think Browns +3.5 could possibly be a move as well too, just to fade the public, because you know how that go. Everybody in on it. You got to go the opposite way. But I don't know. Because I want to say like the Washington can't keep this like meteoric rise forever, but they look really good right now. And the Browns do look really bad. So that's where I'm kind of like in a bind where I don't really know what to do.
That game, that was probably on that slate. That was probably the one game that I actually did kind of sit there and was like, do I really want to add this? And I added it, but I watched that whole game this past weekend against the Cardinals, and just Jaden Daniels just looks so comfortable as a quarterback in the NFL. Like it's really impressive to watch. Uh, I mean, not to mention his completion rating, like his ability to not get hit. He literally does not get hit. You know, whether he's in the pocket or he's rushing, like he's playing very smart. He's playing very mature. It's just something you would expect to see from what we thought we would see from Caleb Williams, and we haven't. So it's just really impressive. I think they keep that one rolling with the Browns. I don't know what their next tough matchup is. They probably lose that next tough matchup for real, but I don't know.
It'd be crazy, like if Jay Daniels continue this, continue playing well like this. This would be 2 years in a row that the second overall pick had won Rookie of the Year. Because last year was CJ, and this year with Jaden. Like, of course, I'm gonna say knock on wood, but if everything continues as it is,
I'll probably have a player prop with for Dontavian Wicks. Christian Watson going to be out. He got like a little high ankle sprain or whatever. So Wicks came in this past week. I think he caught 2 touchdowns, whatever. Look for him to have a big game. I think he'll have a big game. So I'm gonna have a little prop for him.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, man. Official picks will be dropping Thursday afternoon, as they always do when this full episode released once again. It's actually going to be on the live on our YouTube page, so y'all can go watch it there. I'll be dropping some of the segments we did throughout the rest of this week. But like I said, Thursday, follow us on Twitter at INISPod. That's where we got all the plays. Boys are still doing good. We're still positive on the year, despite a rough week this week, but we're going to bounce back strong. Chris, giving y'all the pod special plus 5,041, banger. Right. But he also gonna hit on his 3 picks again and get back right. Swan gonna get his first positive week this week, and me and Cam gonna keep it rolling. If you listened last week, man, I told y'all the special plays was the hammer Aaron Jones props. Now he didn't score a touchdown, he didn't rush for 150, but his rushing prop was 57.5. So you could get 68, 78, 88, 98, and 100 plus, all at plus money. I hammered them all, and everything hit besides the over 100 rushing yards. So you would have walked away with at least like 6 units right then and there if you would have just, sprinkled on the pod special plays. That's what we be trying to tell y'all. We be giving out free game that don't go to everybody that don't tune in. So this week, we about to hit this plus 5,041 banger.
Look, if it hit, y'all gonna call me a god. If it don't, y'all gonna say that's just big.
If it don't, I'll just grab it from the internet. Nothing's never happened.
I have nothing to lose except my money.
But we appreciate y'all if y'all listen all the way through. It's your favorite kids from the neighborhood. I Need a Sports Podcast. Bryce, Chris, Swan, Cam, we signing off until next week, man. Peace. I need it.